what's been the most important thing that you will have taken away from today?
Yes, I think there's three things which are on people's minds. The star of the show today has been Kay Swinburne, MEP, who's come in and talked to the markets about what will be covered under the MiFID review. And three things have emerged. One is that stock markets' real role in society is to see listings and to see funds attract, be able to raise capital, which has got everyone here asking the question of what's the point of an MTF, what's the point of an alternative trading platform then if it's all about doing business on the primary markets. The second thing is I think there's some buy-side concerns about price impact. Kay Swinburne mentioned that if you hold 10% of an illiquid stock, you have to expect price impact. But that's got people asking the question is, doesn't that contradict the previous point you just made about helping small businesses to raise funds? Who's going to buy those shares if they know they're going to sell them at a loss, or it's going to be difficult for them to trade them in an illiquid market? And the third big issue has been a resounding message about consolidated tape. NYSE Euronext have come up with a proposed solution for the consolidated tape, but there's a lot of complaints about the charges. And I understand that Kay Swinburne was saying that if there isn't a market-led solution to the consolidated tape issue by April, the European regulators are going to take charge. So either follow NYSE Euronext's proposal or let it be in the hands of the regulators. Those are the three main things.
Indeed. So, as we're sort of trying to climb out of the crisis that we currently find ourselves in, and we all expect that costs are going to rise in technology, how do you expect that spend to be made? And where do you expect to see investment made in technology?
Well, I think the market trend is obviously to see increasing automation, and that's the overall trend. But there is also a lot of effort to talking within the regulatory context about where liquidity sits, given the fragmented nature of the marketplace. So there is the feeling that automation is proceeding and that we are seeing increasing technology and we are seeing more innovation in the industry. But at the same time, there's also, under the regulatory review, questions about where does liquidity form in order to achieve execution. So I think that these two are almost becoming, there's a tension point between the two.
And do you think that's also affecting the relationships between the buy side and sell side?
No, I think the buy side have been enormously appreciative of the technology that the sell side has developed to help them navigate through a fragmented marketplace and to have these solutions given the marketplace. And I think the buy side, as we found out in our European equity trading report, which we just published, have talked a lot about how they've managed to get used to these trading tools, how they feel more comfortable navigating in these markets, and it's been with the assistance of brokers who have helped them to help themselves in this marketplace. So I don't think that this is putting them at odds, quite the opposite. I think it puts them in much the same perspective.
Where do you expect things are going to be 5 years from now?
I'd like to know where things are going to be 5 days from now. Things are changing so rapidly. There is a perfect storm of pressures and events, and the MiFID review was ongoing and has happened at the time at which we've seen the May 6 flash crash. Volumes are down, question marks over high frequency trading, everything's within the review. I think the question is what's going to happen 5 days, 5 months from now, let alone 5 years.
In which case, so if you could change anything right now, what would it be?
If I could change anything, well, I don't know whether from what we talk to buy-side traders, that's what we do. That's our role, and that's how we service the market. And from them, I can say that, yes, there is a greater need for transparency in the market, and everyone has been talking about it for a long time, and I think that's really the issue of the hour within the European marketplace. It's about being able to see where markets, where liquidity rests, to enable those traders to make the right decisions about where they should trade, when and how.
Well, thank you very much for your time.
Okay, my pleasure. Thank you.